pay attention.
Yeah, you go swimming. No way. No way. Okay, I'll go. Parents have been like.
All right, good morning.
Oh, yeah.
Morning.
How's everybody today?
All
All right, folks, my name's Evan. I'll be feeding alligators for you this morning. Looks like we got a few hungry ones. I will do my best to try to convince some of these big guys to come up on land so we can get a good look at them. But it's hot and they don't like it any more than we do. So we'll see what happens. They really start slowing down once we get to the end of July and all of August. It's just cooler for them to be in the water. But Pee-wee's ready. Look at him. What's up, little man? So, to give you folks a little bit of an idea of what's going on here, technically our establishment is classified as a nuisance alligator rescue sanctuary. So we have about 200 adult alligators here in the swamp, all of which at one point in time were out in the wild. Now they were removed from the wild for being classified. What's up, Chubbs? Hey, Shifty. Well, come on then. Come on, Shifty. For being classified as a nuisance or a threat for some given reason. So, what's up, Ralph? Come on up here then. Come on, Ralph. So, some of them did chase kids and eat dogs. Most of them were just kind of hanging around somewhere people didn't necessarily want them to be. If they're trapped and they are fortunate enough to end up here, we have lots of girls, lots of food, and they get to stay here till they die. So it's a pretty sweet deal. For the nuisance alligators that do not end up here, you get overpriced boots and shoes and gator bites at the oyster bowl, which is a sweet deal for you, but not for the alligator. So this is a good place for them to end up. Ralph, you stay back. Come on, Chubbs. Come on, Chubbs. Put some effort into it. He said no. Come on up here. Well, come on then. Now, the smaller alligators that are in the exhibits, those are actually... Really? You can come up or not? Those are actually hatchlings from here. So, since... Get out of here. Get back in the room. Can't believe that worked. Since the place is fenced in, come on, Chubbs. And they are breeding naturally, we have to do something to regulate our population. We do that by collecting the eggs every summer. So actually we start that this afternoon. We will be going into the swamp. We politely ask the females for the eggs. And then we will take those eggs, incubate them, and hatch them. We'll keep those smaller ones separated by age and size. And we won't really release any of those out here into the swamp until they're at least about 6 feet. Because at about 6 feet, they're large enough to where they're much less likely to get eaten by a bigger one. Come on, Chubbs, put some effort into it. All right, you want me to put my head in his mouth? No. But yes, this is safe and you should try it at home. Come on, Chubbs. I'd like to try to get him to come out of the water. I don't know if he's going to do it. Come on, Chubbs. Now, you may have noticed that not all 200 alligators are here chasing me around trying to get some food this morning, which is a pretty good deal for me. Maybe not as exciting for you folks. But there's a few reasons for that, and I kind of mentioned the temperature constraints there. But the primary reason for that, other than temperature, is that they realistically just don't have to eat very often nor very much. From a consumptive perspective, come on up here, Chubbs. If you get on land, I'll give you this. Come on. An alligator really only needs to get... Ouch. Ow. About 10% of its body weight in food consumption over the course of the entire year to be nice and healthy. If a big alligator were to consume something as large as maybe even upwards of a fifth of its body weight in one meal, they could actually go upwards of a year to a year and a half with no food at all and be just fine. That's one of the benefits of being a reptile. So you notice Chubbs grabbed his pork backbone and took off, and the other ones chased him. They really don't like to share. And it's actually a pretty bad idea for those smaller alligators to be harassing him while he's trying to eat that. Because in the alligator world, what's up, Hank? Come on up here. In the alligator world, the big guy gets the girls, hey, lay down. The girls, the food, and whatever else he wants. If you're not the big guy and you don't like it, too bad, you go somewhere else and you get bit. So we actually have quite a few here that are missing feet, legs, tail sections, that sort of thing. And occasionally we find them floating upside down, if you know what I mean. Unfortunately, that is, I can't keep them from eating each other. Good morning, Jamal. Up and at him. Oh, off the rim. Let's see if I can get him a little bit closer. Maybe get him to break something for us. Physically, the alligators cannot chew, so everything that they consume, they have to crush it and swallow it whole. I'm not really a one-bite snack, and usually alligators don't try to eat me. There are certain ones that do try to eat us every chance they get, though. So it's pretty important that we can tell the difference among the individuals. Come on up here. Come on. Oh, I missed. Should have worn my Jordans. Alright. Well, if you ever find yourself doing this, just do keep in mind that they can lunge about 2/3 of their body length out of the water with a sufficient amount of water depth to pulse their tail fully. So keep that in mind if you find yourself at the water's edge with a bunch of alligators. Let's see if we can get them all to smash this. Should we make him do a trick first?
Yeah.
Alright. Stay. How about that?